As a little boy, you taught me to never give up. As an athlete, at Barnes High School, you taught me to have good work ethics. After college, you taught me the value of serving others. For 34 years, I did everything I could to thank you. I am Reggie Burgess. Thank you, North Charleston, for making me the man that I am. As mayor, I will never stop working for you. Vote Reggie Burgess for mayor on November 7th.
Paid for by the committee to elect Reggie Burgess for mayor.
Okay.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening? Showtime, everybody. The Geno Jones Show. Bam! Hey, I'm coming to you live. It is Wednesday, October 18th. Please, you and everybody you know, folks that you love, chef's kiss, mwah. Folks that y'all just, all right. We ain't really, like, I don't love them. I don't hate them. We just, all right. Folks you really can't stand. Folks you hate. Strangers. Aliens from outer space. Tell them all. This is Must See TV, the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday. Normal start time and date, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Always Monday through Friday. Unless otherwise I tell you something different. 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast, where my guest, one of my favorite, he is professionally, musically, and personally, one of my favorite people. He has got a new joint. He's got this swag, smooth brother. Talking about Antoine Dunn. He's got a new song and a video called October 7th. So we're going to see what's been going on. Because COVID really, I think the last time I may have talked to him, but he'll be on camera. And he's going to tell you about his new single and everything else that he's got going on. And what life has been like for him the last couple of years. Because, you know, COVID was crazy, right? So subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. I appreciate everybody watching me live. Hello. Hopefully we're not having any technical difficulty. I see like a little yellow sign. But, you know, we rebuke Satan. We rebuke the devil in the name. You know what I'm saying? All right. So happy birthday. I was talking about October 18th. So shout out to Schaefer Smith. You're like, okay, hold on. Schaefer? Who's he? Was he on David Letterman? Was he the dude that was on Paul? No, that was Paul Schaefer. That was David Letterman's like musical director sidekick. No, not that dude. Schaefer Smith. Man, y'all know who this brother is. He's a brother. A great producer, songwriter. Man, he's produced so many hits. He's recorded so many hits. And I'll give you another clue. He's known for wearing his hats. He's got a mean hat game. I'd like to see his hat collection. He probably got a whole closet full. He probably got like a boutique full of hats. I'm talking about Neo. Schaefer Smith is 44 today. Double Quattro. Happy birthday, Neo. WNBA superstar Brittany Griner is 33 today. Happy birthday, Brittany. And shout out to the ladies of the WNBA. So I know the Las Vegas Aces, they were up 2-1. I'm team Aces, team Las Vegas. Asia Wilson, she played basketball. She was a superstar, won the women's national championship at the University of South Carolina, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from where I am standing right now. So I rock with Asia, like Asia Wilson. So and then Coach Dawn Staley up there at the University of Lady Gamecocks balling out. Man, they should have won the national championship, man. But that little girl, Caitlin Clark, she's like the white female version of Steph Curry. She came back. But shout out to LSU and Angel Reese because they won the ladies' college basketball national championship, and Miss Angel Reese is back to return. So she gonna have something to say because they are the defending national championships. And don't sleep on the Lady Gamecocks anytime Coach Dawn Staley is coaching your team, because you know she gonna have some of those, you know, they talk about dogs. She gonna have some female dogs, some ballers. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. So shout out to Coach Dawn Staley. But shout out to Brittany Griner's birthday today, and shout out to the ladies of the WNBA Finals. Terry McMillan, the woman that brought you the novel Waiting to Exhale, how Stella got her groove, and Mama, and how Stella got her groove and Waiting to Exhale, they turned into movies. The novels became screenplays, and they became movies. And then Taye Diggs was in, he was in Stella, I think, right? Well, yeah, I think he was in Stella Got Her Groove. I think that was a young Taye Diggs, and women was going crazy. Ah, Taye Diggs! So Terry McMillan is 72 today. Happy birthday to Miss Terry McMillan, and one of the great actors of our of any generation, Joe Morton. He's been in Ali. He was in American Gangster. He was in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. But he's really well known if you are a fan of the TV show Scandal with my girl Kerry Washington, Olivia Pope. Papa Pope, Olivia Pope's dad, they had a real complicated relationship, didn't they? Papa Pope, Eli Pope, that was the character's name. Joe Morton turned 76 today, so happy birthday to Joe Morton, Terry McMillan, Brittany Griner, and Schaefer Smith, a.k.a. Neo. So Tuesday, or yesterday, yes, the book that I guess a lot of folks is waiting. Even though I don't know how much is left to find out if you haven't got the book, just wait a minute, because Jada's going to spill some more tea. She's going to snitch on herself. So her book called Worthy came out on Tuesday, yesterday, but Jada's still talking. She's still talking, because I guess there's been some conversation, some talk about, is she gay? She said, no, listen, for the record, I'm not gay. Now I'm paraphrasing. She said, in my early years of exploration in Hollywood, I had sexual experiences with a few women. But I realized when it comes to sex, I love men. It's good to know, Jada. I love women. It's good to know. TMI, really. But she's still talking. Now, however, just found out today that Diddy's bodyguard said that Jada and Will wanted to have sex with JLo. So I guess this is when Diddy and JLo was kicking it, and the bodyguard, and I don't know how it got back to Jada and Will wanted to have sex with JLo. He didn't say he wanted to have sex with Diddy and JLo, even though some people have been, 50 Cent implying that Diddy likes men and women. So, hey, just do you. But some of this stuff, we don't need to know. So, but Jada, like I said, listen, since you're still talking, come on the Geno Jones Show. Look, you don't need a table. You don't need a red table, a black table, green table, blue table, no table. We'll just have a talk, me and you, and you can get it all out your system. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on my guest. Like I said, he's one of my, when it comes to music, so professionally and personally, one of my favorite people in the industry. Smooth brother, very smooth, great voice, talented, and just really good people. I had a chance to meet him several years ago, and I hadn't talked to my man in a minute. So when one of my colleagues in the industry, shout out to Sweets, that she is part of Team Geno Jones Show, and always works with me in terms of getting a lot of the great guests that you see on the show, along with my man out in LA, Ken Wilson, my number one dude out there. Shout out to Andre Russell out of KJLH Radio, who plugged me back in with Ken. So anyway, through my friend, my colleague, Sweets, said, I'm working with Antoine Dunn. I said, my dude. Man, that's my dude. Man, good brother. Hadn't talked to him in a minute. Like I said, COVID really threw off everything. So he's got a brand new song and video called October 7th. So I'm gonna let him tell you all about it. There he is. Nike need to cut you. I hope Nike cutting you a check.
Hey man, we getting there.
Yo, Phil Knight, I'm just saying, you need to invoice Phil Knight, partner. That's all.
Hey man, we'll start working on that as soon as we wrap this one.
Yes. Phil Knight, line one. Come on, Phil. Don't. Your free labor ended in 1865. We ain't doing that no more. Really, 1863. The brothers in Texas and sisters didn't find out to 1865, which is really trifling. So they were really working for free for 2 years and them low down colonizers didn't even tell them they was free. That's a different monologue on a different show, but you can go back and binge watch some back episodes and you'll see that monologue. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Antoine Dunn. Family, how we doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. I swear, man, it's been quite a minute since I talked to you, man. And it's good to see you, man.
Likewise, you look great, man. I think it was right around COVID. When COVID kind of hit, we talked. And I mean, so what you been doing, man, since then? And just we all thank God, thank the good Lord that many of us, those of us that's still here, we made it on the other side. But prayers go out, and we honor our ancestors that unfortunately didn't get through the other side of that COVID, man. But what's been going on with you?
Yeah, man. Listen, I think it has been that long, man. I was looking back at I think it was like some text messages. I feel like the last time we talked might have been around 2020 or something like that.
It was around then. I remember. Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
We were in COVID the last time we talked. I do remember that.
Yeah, and no, but listen, man, things have been great, man. You know, I feel that everything is in order, man. I like to think that you know, God's in control, and I like to stay in the flow of life, man. So that's kind of where I've been this whole time, man. And living in LA, which you know, and the new song is great, but you know, outside of the song, you know, I just feel that life is great. You know, it's a great time. And there's just so much opportunity right now because the world is going through a lot of growing pains. So I think that, you know, in terms of music, good music that's from the soul, that spreads a positive message of love and you know, prosperity, you know, it's a really big need for what this is. So, you know, it's really turned into some really great purposeful work, you know, to write these songs and to share it with the people around the world, man. So big up to you for still having this platform, man, and continuing to provide a place for independent artists to flourish and shine, man. Kudos to you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Listen, so this month is my 30-year anniversary. So the first Monday in October is when I officially started the Geno Jones Show live 5 days a week or 5 nights a week, depending on where you are watching me live. But we did some like pilot episodes, and I am going to relaunch GenoJones.com. So no props to you, brother, because you believed in the vision. You believed in me early on. You know, we did some things together. So I am forever indebted and grateful to you, your friendship, and just your belief in me. So, you know, you are always, I'm always on Team Antoine Dunn. You already knew family, so you already know.
Yes,
That's
sir.
when Sweet,
Yes,
when Sweet said that, I'm like, no, come on. Oh, I need to talk. Now we ain't waiting next week. If he's not booked on Wednesday, he got the whole episode. We gonna have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember like when you first came out, you would do. I mean, you had the R&B vibe. You could tell that the influences that you had was just like real R&B, and I see like the industry really with younger artists. Like I'm sure you've seen that, but I want to get your take. You know, as a singer and writer and everything, I see the industry. A lot of these young brothers and sisters are coming, you know, back. As a matter of fact, October London is going to be my guest on Friday, and he has got the Marvin Gaye vibe. But there's so many, you know, younger artists, newer artists. This man that's got that old R&B soul musically, and just, you know, your musical spirit and musical sound. So give me your take on that. I mean, I know you got to be excited, but you were ahead of the curve, man. So did you just believe, did you know that was eventually, because everything in life, music, fashion, everything, it always goes in cycles. Or I know you, so I know it's who you are at your core, but I ain't going to answer for you. I want you to tell the viewers, you know, what was your whole vision when you were, you know, when you first came in, because you were always true to the R&B and doing, you know, great quality R&B.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, you know, put it this way, right? When you listen to a great song, you know, the song didn't create the artist created the song, you know, and you have different kinds of artists. You know, you have artists who are very involved in the process, you know, like myself. You know, I might play the guitar, I might play the piano, I might write the song, I might actually live the story that inspires the song before I write the song. So, you know, I think that like the question of like, um, you know, like being ahead of the curve or something like that. I certainly can appreciate the question and understand where it comes from. However, for me, it's more of a thing of like, you know, I mean,
It's organic for you. I know,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
just wanted you to explain it to the
yeah,
viewers. It's
yeah,
who
yeah,
you are in your DNA.
yeah. You know, for me, it's like if I sit down and I write a song, you know, like October 7th, for instance, right, which is the song that we're here to discuss, you know, eventually. Um, you know, someone might listen to that song and then say, "Man, yo, this got an old school vibe," right? Well, for me, I didn't sit down and say, "Hey, I want to write an old school sounding song," you know, because I think good music just, you know, it's timeless, you know. And so I always say input output. If you have all the right stuff in you, you know, if you've listened to enough songs, then you know your musical vocabulary. There's no telling what might come out.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like language. You know, the more words you know, the more opportunities you have to express yourself. So for me, you know, I think it's interesting, you know, it's because, you know, there's a whole lot of sentiments and conversation about like, you know, artists that are bringing back real music. And, you know, there's always a tendency for us to, you know, find a champion and kind of latch on um, to you know whoever can really kind of penetrate and make the most noise. But for me, man, I've been true to making, you know, honest music for a long time, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
continue to do that.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have.
So
So let's talk about October 7th. So, because I got to preview the song in the video, and you mentioned it's definitely got it's got an old school vibe, but it doesn't sound dated. And then I love because I know you're creative, so I'm hearing R&B, but I'm hearing some blues, maybe
yeah,
even like a little rock. It's like
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I don't eat gumbo, but I mean I know how folks make gumbo. It's like a musical gumbo. When people listen to it, it's like whoa. But
yeah, I like that. Yeah,
it's you know you sing like you said. I mean these stories are they're your stories or they're stories that you know of, and you have artists that sing and some artists that are technically really sound and perfect, and then you have artists that are excellent singers, but you feel them. And I always
yeah,
say people will always remember. They will forget what you say. Sometimes they might forget what you do, but they will never forget how you make them feel. They'll always remember that.
yeah.
And
That's true.
and your music singing, you were like, it's like you are singing from the soul. It's like the lyrics and
Yeah,
everything, and just the
yeah,
whole vocal performance is like, okay,
yeah,
man, it's authentic, as they say. It's
yeah,
organic. It's
yeah,
it's like, okay, yeah, this is
yeah,
coming from a real place.
yeah.
This wasn't no artificial intelligence. This is this is a real ish
Yeah,
right here. So tell
yeah,
me the story
yeah.
behind October 7th, and then tell us if you got an album coming out with it, or if you're just gonna do single by single.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, man. You know, I think that life influences art for some artists. You know, and I'm one of those artists where you know my life actually influences my work. Um, and it's not in a linear way. You know, sometimes you'll sit down to write a song and you don't know what's going to come out,
Yeah.
you know, because a lot of times when you think about life, we're all very busy, particularly these days, you know. And as the world goes on, it seems like we get more busy and we get more detached from what humanity actually is. You know, we're running around, we're trying to make money, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that. So when you finally have a moment to sit down and be with your thoughts. You know, if you're a writer, a singer, a painter, whatever, you may think you know what's going to come out, but you really don't, because you know you don't know how long you've been suppressing you know, that flow of feelings and emotions and things that didn't go your way, whether they were relationships or business things or whatever. So when you finally sit out on the purge, you kind of don't know what's gonna come out. And so for me, when I wrote this song, um, you know, I had met someone, you know, and I had just come off of one of those crazy busy periods that I was just talking about. You know, you're working and you're trying to make money and you're doing this and doing that. And you know, love is one of those things where it's always when you're not looking for it.
That part.
You
Say
know,
that part.
it's
Say
all
that with your full chest. Say that out
yeah,
loud so
yeah,
the folks in the
yeah.
back can hear you.
That's right.
I'm a
That's
living
for the
witness of that.
yeah. It's for the people in the back. You know, love finds you. You know, when you're not looking and when you finally surrender to faith and you finally say, look, I ain't going out here looking for this, and then here it comes. So for me, that day happened to be October 7th. Um, and so I wrote a song about it, you know. And what's weird about October 7th, that song, you know, I think what's kind of like uh strange about it is that you the song is a happy song, you know, but it's a ballad and it has like this melancholy kind of feel and people are like, well, is it sad? And it's like when you listen to the words, you're like, no, it's not sad, you know. And it is bluesy and it's got an R&B thing. So, but the one thing that I focus on with my music is just putting the energy and the effort into the writing and the arranging. You know, you're not gonna really hear me over singing. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be a whole lot of runs and all that, you know, because I want people to listen to the song and hear what I have to say. You know, so there's more emphasis for me put on the texture of my voice and just delivering the lyrics, delivering the performance, and letting the totality of the work do the talking for me. So and I'm really confident that this song is that's really coming across in this song. So I'm very happy with the response and the comments from the people, and it's just been great, man.
Well, the video really, I mean, it tells the story. It takes it to another level. But I got to ask you because, and I'm gonna let you introduce your video to the viewers. But it's got like it feels almost like a period piece, like a movie from back in the day.
Yeah.
So was that intentional or was that the vibe? Was that the vibe the frequency you were on? I dig it. But it like I
Yeah,
said, it looks like a period piece from maybe like the 70s or even the 60s. So what was the
yeah,
inspiration behind that?
yeah, absolutely, man. I you know, I'm very creative, man, and you know, I got the idea for the video, um, and you know, I wanted because the song just feels like when I would listen to the song, I just would always see just an everyday guy. It just always popped in my head, like I just see an everyday guy going to work. You know, he meets this girl and life's just better for him, you know, because of that. And so when I got the idea, and this all happened very quickly, you know, uh, you know, I was in New York. I was in New York maybe a couple of weeks ago, and you know, I met with Sweets, and you know, we talked about some things, and you know, and I just decided like, hey, you know, it'd be a good time to do a video for this. So I called one of my buddies out here. You know, shout out to Shane Sackett. Shane Sackett is an incredible, you know, director and cinematographer out here. Um, and we got working on it, man. And so you know, a lot of the stuff that was in the video was very intentional. You know, we wanted an old school car. You know, we wanted it to look like a film look, and we wanted the story. You know, we wanted a visual that was just as strong as the music, and I think that we were able to achieve that, man.
Well, no,
So
listen, I'm gonna just tell you, don't think it because you did it. Because I'm like,
yes,
I
sir.
thought I was watching like a TMC or something that they had colorized a movie from back in the day. So,
Yeah, yeah,
I gotta ask you, seeing the video. I mean, I know you're a good actor and all, but because I can't fix nothing when it comes to a car. I can take it to the dealer, or I can take it to. I got a great service guy. He's like a master service guy on my car. So I call Nick. Nick, all right.
Right.
The message says I need to come in and see you, service A or service B. So do you have some skills when it comes to fixing cars, auto mechanic work there?
Believe it or not, man, a lot of people don't know this, but when I was in high school, I almost flunked out of school because I was cutting class too much. And I was cutting class because there was a grand piano in the auditorium. So I was cutting class to play this grand piano.
Wow.
And so my guidance counselor says, look, if you want to graduate on time, you're going to have to take a career prep class. So career prep was, these career prep paths. There was an auto mechanic, auto collision, nursing, that kind of thing.
I went to a vocational high school, Dunbar Vocational High School. It's now Career Academy. Unfortunately, they got rid of all those trades, which they need to bring back, which is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
And they had auto. Now, I was in electronics only because to be on the radio station in high school, you had to major in electronics. But I hated electronics, but I wanted to be on the radio. And I damn near flunked out because I was like, hate it. I was just sitting in the class. I'm like, all right, look. I just want to be on the radio, all right? I ain't trying to fix nothing or nothing like that. But it looked like you look, I said, and I know Antoine's talented and a good actor, but, you look pretty convincing, like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, well, I ended up taking that class, and I got an A in that class, so it counted for 3 grades. So basically, I graduated by the hair on my chinny chin chin, and then I went to trade school. I went to Ohio Technical College, and I got a certificate in custom paint and graphics and collision technology. Then I went on to work at a local Cadillac dealership. Doing a little body work and as a porter and stuff like that. So, I've been around cars, quite a bit, in that period of my life. So if the performance was convincing, it was because, there was a level of comfort, just being in a shop. I kind of missed that.
So it wasn't a performance. It was just you just being you. So because I'm saying, I'm like, I can't wait to talk to Antoine because he looked. Well, you look like you knew what you were doing. It's a difference when you acting and when you can look and tell somebody, okay, he looked very comfortable, like he know exactly what the hell he's doing. So did you wrote the song? Did you produce it? Who worked with you on it? You want to shout them out?
Yeah. So I wrote and arranged the song. I produced the song. I did have a co-producer towards the end when we brought in a band. Shout out to Scott Jacoby. Scott's a really good dude. You may have heard his work out there. You've done some stuff with John Legend, Corey Henry, some other Jason Mraz, some other great artists. And believe it or not, I just saw Scott when I was in New York when I saw Sweet. So we were in the studio for a session, doing some work on this song actually. So shout out to him. But yeah, the song, man, I just love the song, and I'm a fan of a lot of the stuff that I've done, and it's just weird because I don't get a chance to really appreciate the work until like I do an interview like with you or like my friend Pepper Thomas or KG Smooth or Shay Love in Atlanta, and I'm actually just on the interview and I'm listening to the song just as a listener, and I say to myself a lot of times, I'm like, man, like I really like this song, like even if I wasn't me, I would listen to this. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yes, shout out to Scott Jacoby and and there's some other great musicians who played on the record: Al Cardi, Johnny Fung, Travis Payton, my dear friend from Cleveland, drummer. He played drums on my first album, Truth of the Matter. And then everything else you hear is me. I mean, it's all me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great thing, man.
So it's October 7th is that going to be part of a brand new album that you're working on, or not? Or you going maybe an EP or something like that?
Yeah, so October 7th is off. It's off of my album. It's called Everything.
Okay.
So, my last single, "Lose It All." Well, when did we drop "Lose It All"? We dropped "Lose It All." I think that was late 21, I believe,
Okay.
or mid 21. So that song did pretty well, man. I absolutely love that song. Anyone who hasn't heard that song, please check out "Lose It All." But yeah, that video also did pretty well. We got it on MTV, BET, in the song. You know, there are quite a few stations on that
Yeah,
song.
I loved
So
it. Yeah, I remember "Lose It All." I definitely remember it. Yeah. So.
yeah, man. So yeah, the album is called Everything. And ironically, you know, the album has a little bit of everything on it. You know, like when I think of the music that I do, um, you know, I certainly have an affinity for R&B music. However, you know, when I look at my artistry, you know, in its totality, it's much broader than that. And I think that, you know, there are undertones of all types of genres in the music that I write. So anyone who hasn't heard the album Everything, you know, I would encourage them to pick up my album Truth of the Matter, which, you know, we met at that time, man.
Right.
I think
So
you were
So finish your thought and then tell everybody where they can go and download all this great music and follow you on social media before you introduce October 7th.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, just encouraging everybody, you know, go back. You know, if you stream, cool. And what I tell people too is that, you know, the whole streaming thing is a great thing. It's very convenient. But if you really love the artist, you know, do the artist and the team a solid and go buy that music as well. You
Yes.
know, I'm not saying don't stream it, but you know, go and buy that music. You can go on iTunes and actually purchase it. And for us, you know, Harvey Marie Records, you know, you can go to harveymarierecords.com. And we're still doing CDs. You know, a lot of people don't have CD players, but you know, when you think about it, you know, people will buy a picture and put it on their wall. You know, it doesn't have much functionality. You could always buy that CD, and when I come to your city, bring it with you. I can sign it for you. And everybody, make sure you follow me on Instagram at I am Antoine Dunn. That's the platform I'm most active on, but I'm also on Facebook at I am Antoine Dunn as well. And I tell people when all those fails, you know, just go to Google and just type in Antoine Dunn, and I'm sure you find something cool there as well. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. You want to do it now? You want to?
So yeah, so hold on. I got to ask you one more thing because your answer, well, in real time while you were giving me an answer, another question popped up because at my radio show this morning, there's Victoria Monet. I guess they're doing a promotion with her, but part of the promotion is she's got her album is vinyl. Now, my youngest daughter is 21, and she's been into vinyl for about 4 or 5 years, even right before COVID. So it seems like especially the Gen Zers and some millennials just are really into vinyl. And it's funny because I remember vinyl. I bought vinyl, spent a lot of money on vinyl. Don't have it no more. But
right.
So is this album, is everything on vinyl, or you thinking about doing some of your albums on vinyl?
You know, it's really interesting that you asked that question. So being from Cleveland, there's actually a really big vinyl factory in Cleveland. A lot of people don't know that. And they used to do tons of records for a lot of the major labels. And believe it or not, doing a vinyl version of the Everything record is definitely something that we plan on doing. It's just, you know, vinyl's kind of expensive to produce.
Yes.
But I think that, you know, what I like about vinyl is the idea of a collector's item, right? Because the vinyl, you have so many more options in terms of art because the vinyl is so big.
Yes.
You know, so when you think about a CD cover, you know, you're kind of limited. You put the focus on like, hey, do we want the artist's name to be the biggest, or do we want the title of the song to be the biggest? Do we want name recognition? We want face recognition? Do we want the essence of the song? Whereas with the vinyl, you know, you got a lot more options because the canvas is so much bigger. So to answer your question, yeah, we do have plans, you know, just with the label doing more stuff with vinyl because, you know, looking at some of the numbers in the last couple of years, there's some reports that definitely show a uptick in people starting to consume CDs and vinyl a lot more, particularly in some major markets like LA, New York,
Yep.
And a couple other places like that.
Chicago,
So
folks, big on. I'm telling my youngest daughter, she went and got the classics. She got a Thriller, no, Off the Wall, and she got D'Angelo. We got some other ones. So I know it's a thing. And if you got a great sound system, there's nothing like a well-recorded vinyl album. It's just, you know. So for y'all, you Gen Zers or some millennials, you know, you got to go to somebody that's actually got like an actual sound system in their house.
Yeah, right.
But that vinyl, because they got these little phonographs like that they had when I was a little kid. That really don't sound like nothing. But I'm like, no, you got to get a real audio system. So, which I still got in the closet. I'm looking at it. Well, in my studio, I'm looking at it in the box right now. I just got to get some speakers for it, man. Antoine, my man. Man, congratulations, brother. Love and respect. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, man. Likewise.
Are you going on tour? That was the last thing I was going to ask. Are you going on tour? Are you on tour doing spot dates or going on any tours coming soon?
Yeah, right now we're planning some spot dates. So, you know, probably along the East Coast. We'll be doing some stuff out this way on the West Coast. Okay. You know, I would love to, man, I swear, because you're in Charleston, right?
Right.
And I remember, man, I remember coming through there doing something with you guys for the station one time. And then I also remember doing some stuff down in Columbia.
Yep. Which is just north of us, about an hour and 20 minutes. Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, it would be nice to put some things together down there as well. So, you know, I'll definitely, you know, put the team on that, man, and really try to be intentional about getting down that way as well, man. But yeah.
Listen. You got family down here, so, and you know, if that happens, you're gonna come on, we're gonna hype the hell out of it. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Antoine Dunn, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all watching. Man. I see a lot of folks watching live. If you're not watching it live, but you're watching, get a brother a hand and go to iTunes, download, support your artists, support music. And speaking of music, it is my honor to let my brother introduce his brand. Y'all gonna love this video and this song if y'all haven't heard it. So, hey man, well, you have. I don't need to tell you this, but I'm telling you anyway, because you know you have a permanent home on the Geno Jones Show to come on and talk about whatever.
Yes, sir.
Music,
yes, sir. Hey,
whatever. What happened
you.
to the Dodgers? I hope the Lakers get their stuff together because I'm a Lakers fan. So you already know that, man. Right. So and we got each other. I got your new cell. You got. I called, so you got mine. Just save me to your contacts. Throw it to your new video, man.
Yes, sir. So for everybody out there, all the Geno Jones lover, all the people, you know, in South Carolina and all over the world that are watching, you know, this is Antoine Dunn. This is my brand new music video for my single October 7th. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you, family. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I'll
see you live on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Here we go.
We are 96.3 WHUR with the best mix of new music.
Yo, man, tell you about quitting time, baby.
Yes, sir. Time to get up out of here, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this that joint right there. Yo, man, when you gonna stop playing around and settle down, man?
Man, what? I'll settle down when you stop coming in here complaining about your old lady, man.
And that's how you know you in love, man.
Turn that up. I'm done for the day, bro.
All right. Done.
Yeah.
Might want to get this one, man.
Nah, bro. That's you, man.
Not this time. Trust me.
October 7th was a good day, 'cause I found out that love still knew my name. Sounds lost in the noise, trying to escape, and then you came, like the sun for the rain. Now if I would've known this before, see, I can't say that I change it, 'cause good things don't come every day, no, no. Oh, especially when you're going through changes. Good love ain't no everyday thing, but it's real. You see, and it will change you. She was sent from heaven, like nothing I'd ever known. And baby, you shine so bright. Sometimes I don't even know. And it feels so good. Sometimes I just wish I could, but good things don't come every day, no. But I wish they would. Now if I would've known this before, say I can't say that I changed it, good love don't come every day, no. Especially when you're going through changes. Good love ain't no everyday thing, but it's real. Yes, it is. You see, and it will change you. Oh.
Game 6 tonight, man. What you getting into? You going home as usual, ain't you?
Man, I actually got something else to get into, bro. I got
settling down, man. What's happening?
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Hey, man. I better be invited to the wedding. I know that much, man.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
As a little boy, you taught me to never give up. As an athlete, at Barnes High School, you taught me to have good work ethics. After college, you taught me the value of serving others. For 34 years, I did everything I could to thank you. I am Reggie Burgess. Thank you, Noah Charleston, for making me the man that I am. As mayor, I will never stop working for you. Vote Reggie Burgess for mayor on November 7th.
Paid for by the committee to elect Reggie Burgess for mayor.